Hello friends, I'm Bindi Desai from Saraswati International Academy and we'll be teaching you 8th English Medium Science Chapter 2, Chapter 17 Stars and the Solar System we have completed. Now today Chapter 2 Microorganisms, Friend and Foe that we will be learning Part 1. See, in our environment we have all the living things, right? Just as in the solar system chapter also we learned that there are certain planets which are not we are able to see with our naked eyes, is it? We need to use telescope to see it, right? Same way in this chapter microorganisms, they are also a part of living beings. They also grow. They are microbes. They grow at different places. Friend and foe, what does it mean? Friend means microorganisms as a friend they are helpful, and foe means enemy. At the same time, microorganism can cause many of the diseases in human body or any living organism. So let's start with the chapter microorganism as a friend, how it is useful, and there are 4 types of microorganisms, right, that we will be learning. Also we will be learning how they are universal, how they are found everywhere. Also we will learn how they spread. I'm talking about microorganisms, how they are useful in medical purposes, in the biological purposes. One by one we will be learning. Now we will start, right? Microorganisms, friend and foe. You have seen several kinds of plants and animals. However, there are other living organisms which cannot be seen through our eyes alone. What does it mean? That there are also certain organisms which we are not able to see with our naked eyes. We need to use the microscope to see that. So the organisms, very minute organisms, they are known as microorganisms or microbes. They are very small particles or very minute. For example, you might have observed that during the rainy season, moist bread gets spoiled and its surface gets covered with greyish white patches. In 7th standard we did an experiment that how a bread turns greenish in color. Is it? Why does it happen? It is also a form of a microbe, right? After 3 or 4 days there are certain yellowish and greenish patches seen on the bread. What is this? What are they? They are also a form of the microorganisms, right? Observe those patches through the magnifying glass. We all know what is a magnifying glass, right? A circle type of glass through which we can see a thing which is small or minor. We can see it in a large form. You will see tiny black rounded structures. Do you know what these structures and where did it come from? 2.1 Microorganism. This observation shows that water and soil are full of tiny organisms, category of microbes. See here activity is given, 2 of the activities given, 2.1 and 2.2. What it is given? That collect some moist soil. Moist soil matlab we can say a not dry soil, a watery soil with moist from the field in a beaker and add water to it. After soil particles have settled, observe a drop of water from the beaker under a microscope. So what we will notice, what we will observe? We will observe different types of small minute microorganisms which lives in the soil. 2.2 Take a few drops of water from a pond. See, pond means not our general water, right? Pond we all know that is nearby garden or nearby villages. That water is obviously very dusty, is it? So there are many more chances of microorganisms in that water. That water is not pure form, we can say, right? So take a few drops of water from a pot, spread on a glass slide and observe through a microscope. So what you will observe under the microscope? Many small different microbes will be seen. So what does it proves? That in the pond water, which is not safe for drinking, first of all, right? There are many small different microbes present in the pond water. Now, this observation shows that the water and the soil are full of tiny organisms. Though not all of them fall into the category of microbes. These microorganisms are so small in size that they cannot be seen with our unaided eye. So we need to use microscope for this. Some of these, such as fungus, yes. In 7th standard we did an activity, right? The bread turns greenish and yellowish. What are they? We can say it fungus, right? It is said as a fungus bacteria. And also one more thing, there are fungal infections are also been taken place in our body, right? What are they? They are also because of the microorganisms, right? These microorganisms or microbes are so small in size that they cannot be seen with the unaided eye. Some of these are fungus that grows on the bread, but we need to see it with a magnifying glass so that we can see the patches, is it, with the magnifying glass in a large form. Others cannot see without the help of a microscope. That is why these are called the microorganisms or microbes. Now, these microorganisms are classified into 4 major groups. First is bacteria. We all know about it. Second is fungus. Fungi, we can say. C is protozoa, Protozoa. And the last one is algae, blue and green color algae, which is generally seen on the walls and also on the tanks. They are also somehow helpful to us. Now, viruses. See, viruses, we all know virus itself are also microscopic. Especially in the monsoon season, we feel sick. Viral infection, we say, right? Why does it happen? Because of the water? Is it because of the viral infection? All this, what is that? They are also a form of microscopic. They reproduce inside the cells of the host organism, which may be a bacterium, plant or animal. See, it is not necessary that it may happen in human beings also, but also the animals and plants, they are affected by the viruses, right? See, we humans, especially in summer season, we get viral infection like cold, sneezing, cough. We call it as a viral infection when we go to the doctor. So, this produces inside the cell of our human body, right? And who produces? The bacterium host organism, right? Some of the viruses, they are shown in 2.5 common elements like cold, just as I told you, cold, flu means fever, we can say, and cough are also caused by viruses. So we are clear about this, that there are 4 major groups: bacteria, fungi, protozoa and algae. Also viruses are also microscopic, due to which they reproduce inside the cell of a human body of the host organism. And what are they? Common elements like cold, flu, that is fever, we can say, and these all are caused by the viruses. Serious diseases like polio and chicken pox are also caused by viruses. See, when a baby is born, after 3 or 4 days a vaccine is given. When a small new baby is born, right, that injection is for the lifetime, that vaccine, right? Why? For the immunity health of the body. So that are also viruses by which the injection is being made. Same way, chickenpox we all know it happens mainly in summer season to all the small childrens. Diseases like dysentery and malaria are caused by protozoa. See, malaria is also a fever. It is caused due to the mosquito, right? And protozoa. Whereas typhoid we all know a fever, a severe fever. And tuberculosis is TB, which has an effect on our cough problem we have, are also bacterial diseases, and they are communicable diseases form of tuberculosis. So are you all clear about the viruses? Is it how it is caused, how it is reproduced inside the cell of the host organism, how cold and flu is caused by the virus. Also diseases like dysentery and malaria, they are caused by our protozoa, a form of microorganism. Then we have typhoid and TB, that is tuberculosis. They are also caused by the protozoa. Next is, a few pictures are given of the bacteria, of the protozoa, of the algae and of the fungi. See, bacteria, we have algae, we have protozoa and fungi. These are the four groups we have already discussed of the microorganisms. Two of the picture are given of the bacteria. Spiral bacteria, spiral we all know the shape. Spiral bacteria and rod shaped bacteria. We need to use microscope to see this all. We are not able to see it with our aided eye. The next is algae, Spirongia. How does it reproduce? It has a different form of reproduction also. Then we have Claromundas. Let me zoom and show you. Claromundas and Spirogyra. They are a form of algae. Then we have amoeba and Paraceum. Amoeba is also a unicellular product or a microorganism. They are also a form of protozoa, and we have discussed the typhoid and tuberculosis are the bacteria which are caused due to the protozoa microorganism. In the fungi, we have bread mold, penicillium and aspergillus. These are all the different microorganisms which are seen through the microscope, and how they are harmful to us and how they are useful to us. Viruses, the picture of the viruses are also given. Then where do microorganisms live? Microorganisms are of actually two types, we can say. First is unicellular and multicellular. Uni means we can say single, right? Multi is more than one. Unicellular is the organism which has one cell, and multicellular is it has many of the cells. It grows east. Remember, we learned in 7th standard. Now what we will be learning, that where do these microorganisms live? Microorganism may be a single cell like bacteria, some algae and protozoa, or multicellular such as algae and fungi. They can survive under all types of environment, ranging from ice cold to hot springs and deserts to marshy lands. So each and every place they can live or survive, that is cold place, marshy place or any of the hot place. They are also found inside the bodies of animals including humans. Yes, that is the reason why we suffer, right? Because of many of the diseases. Some organisms grow, microorganisms grow on other organisms while other exist freely. Microorganisms like amoeba live alone, while fungi and bacteria may live in colonies. Colonies means they live in the form of groups. So we are clear that where does microorganism live or survive under all type of environment, that is cold area, marshy land areas, or any of the hot temperature like hot springs or deserts. Clear? While the microorganism like the amoeba, they live alone, while the bacteria microorganisms such as bacteria and fungi, they live in the colonies. Microorganisms and us. Microorganisms plays a very important role in our lives. Yes, of course. Some of them are very beneficial while some are harmful to cause diseases. Let us study them in the detail. Let's start. Microorganisms are used for many various purposes. They are used in the preparation of curd, bread and cake. Yes, when we make a cake we also use the yeast, right? When we from a milk we can make a curd. The name of the bacteria is Lactobacillus. With the help of the Lactobacillus bacteria, a milk is converted into curd, that is dhi, we can say. Even the bread and the cake is used and baked with the help of the microorganism. Microorganisms have been used for the production of alcohol since ages. So in the companies also, these microorganisms are used for the production of the alcohol also. They are also used in cleaning up the environment. For example, the organic waste, like which we throw out as a waste from our home, vegetable peels, animals remains, are also broken into harmless and inedible substances by bacteria. See, in the waste always there is a bacteria present only. The bacteria are always present in these places where all the dirt is there. So even organic waste we can say. Recall the bacteria used in the preparation of medicines. Yes, in the agriculture also. And they are used to increase the soil fertility by fixing the nitrogen. Nitrogen is a nutrient for the soil, right? If the nitrogen is proper, then the fertility of the soil will be the best for growing, right? So even the microbes are useful in agriculture by fixing the nitrogen. Making curd and bread. See, in 7th standard we have learned how the milk is converted into the curd. The bacteria is Lactobacillus, right? Curd contains several microorganisms. Of these, the bacterium Lactobacillus promotes the formation of the curd. Just as I told you, the name of the bacterium is Lactobacillus. It helps to convert milk into curd. Bacteria are also involved in the making of cheese, pickles, and many other food items. An important ingredient of rava suji, we all eat that uttappa and all, is it? We all eat uttappa, ukma from the rava. Idlis, baturas. Can you guess why? Here a small activity is given. 2.3, that how take half kg flour means atta or maida, and some sugar and mix it with the warm water, not cold water but with the warm water. Add a small amount of yeast powder. It is generally used in the cake also, and need to make a soft dough. It is shown in the picture that how a soft dough is made. What will happen? What do you observe after 2 hours? Did you find the dough rising? Of course, yes. See, it is seen in the picture when a yeast is added to the flour or maida. Point 2.6, see how the dough of maida rises and becomes fluffy. फूल जाता है. How does a roti becomes fluffy? Same way. The raised maida. Why does it happens? What is the reason for this? Because growth of the yeast is occurred in the dough of maida. Yeast we have already used in the water, right? In the warm water. Now, after 2 or 3 hours, it will become fluffy. The reason is that the yeast grows inside the maida or flour. Clear? So yeast powder of the sugar solution. This is a smell of alcohol as sugar has been converted. Okay, here we are. Yeast reproduces rapidly and produces carbon dioxide during the respiration. Bubble of the gas fill the dough and increases it with the volume. We are easily able to see it. This is the basis of the use of yeast in baking industry for making breads, pastries and cakes to make all the things fluffy and soft. Next is commercial use of microorganisms. Commercial means how it is used for the industrial purposes. Let us see it. Commercial uses of microorganisms. Microorganisms, they are used for the large scale production of alcohol. We have already discussed, is it? Yeast is produced for the commercial production of alcohol and wine, which is available for drinking. For this purpose, yeast is grown on the natural sugar present in grains like barley, wheat, rice and crushed fruit juices. So, where is yeast produced? On the sugar, natural sugar, which are present in barley, grains we can say, right? Different types of grains like barley, wheat, rice, crushed fruits and juices. Why we all know wine is also made from grapes. So crushed fruit juices we can say, right? Next is take a 500 ml filled up to 3/4 with water. Dissolve 2 or 3 teaspoons of sugar in it. So what is taken? A beaker with 500 ml of water. Add half a spoon of yeast powder again to the sugar solution. In that maida we have taken, in this what we have taken? We have taken sugar solution. Keep it at a warm place for the 4 to 5 hours. Now smell the solution. The smell will be like alcohol. The smell will be like alcohol because it is converted into alcohol by yeast. Is it? The sugar has been converted. See, in this 2.6 what it is, it was made fluffy. The the yeast, what it reproduced very fastly. In this 2.4 activity, what we did, we have taken water and we added sugar solution we made, right? So what does it happens? How does the smell of the solution comes? So the smell of the alcohol as sugar has been converted into alcohol with the help of the yeast. So this process of conversion of sugar into alcohol is known as fermentation. Fermentation. I repeat again. The process of conversion of sugar into alcohol. Alcohol. Process of conversion of sugar into alcohol, that is known as fermentation. Clear everyone? Now who discovered fermentation first time? Louis Pasteur. Louis Pasteur was a person who discovered fermentation in the year 1857. In the year 1857. So we are all clear about the yeast, how it reproduces rapidly, how it makes the things fluffy for making the bread, cakes, pastries. Also we learned in the commercial purposes how it makes the alcohol, how it converts sugar solution into the alcohol process, right? So what is it? It is known as fermentation. Now medical uses of microorganisms. See, we humans, we suffer many problems. Sorry. Like there are medical uses of microorganisms also. Generally all the injections which we take, what are they? They are also made up of microorganisms, small minute microorganisms. Also the medicines, the tablets, the capsules which we take, they are also made with the help of microorganisms, right? Let's see. Medical uses of microorganisms. Whenever you fall ill, the doctor give you some antibiotic tablets, capsules or injections such as of penicillin. The source of these medicines is also microorganisms. So are you all clear? Whenever we go to the doctor, he gives us medicines or injections. What are they form of? They are the form of microorganism. The source of this medicines is microorganism. What role does this microorganism plays into our body when we take the medicines? Let's see. The source of this medicine is microorganisms. Yes, this medicines kills or stop the growth of the diseases causing microorganism in our body. Such medicines are called antibiotics. What are they known as? Antibiotics. They are the medicines which stops or kills the organisms which are developing or increasing in our body. These days, a number of antibiotics are being produced from bacteria and fungi. Streptomycin, tetracycline and erythromycin are some of the commonly known antibiotics which are made from fungi and bacteria. The antibiotics are manufactured by growing specific microorganisms and to cure a variety of diseases. So the microorganisms are purposely grown so that they are helpful to us to make the medicines. They are grown, these antibiotics, from the fungi and bacteria. They are being manufactured by growing specific microorganism like fungi and bacteria and are used to cure variety of diseases. They are mixed with the feed of livestock and poultry to check microbial infection in the animals. See, we all know, right? We all know that poultry is what? Where the hens, rooster, they are being hybrid or being grown. So even this type of microorganisms are being used at these places also, where the livestock and poultry are being there to check the microbial infection of the animals in the animals. They are also used to control many plant diseases. Also they are useful in the nursery also. A box is left for reading. Let's see. In 1929, Alexander Fleming was working on culture of diseases causing bacteria. Suddenly, he found the spores of little green mold in one of his culture plates. He observed the presence of mold prevented the growth of bacteria. So what he observed, that it prevented the growth of bacteria. In fact, it also cleaned many of these bacteria. From this, he molded penicillin was prepared. Penicillin, we all know, we have already learned that the source of this medicine is microorganism and it stops the growth of the diseases caused by the microorganisms. Yes, here it is where we learned. Yes, here. Whenever you fall ill or sick, injections such as of penicillin. So, 1920, Alexander Fleming was working. He observed in the year 1929. Next is, it is important to remember that the antibiotic should be taken only on the advice of qualified doctor. We generally take all the different crocin. If we have a headache, severe headache, we take crocin or without showing to the doctor, but that is wrong. We have to take or consult to a qualified doctor. Then only we have to take the antibiotics. It may be harmful for our body. Also, you must finish the course prescribed by the doctor. Yes, we should always complete the course of 6 days or 5 days so that the microorganisms may destroy in our body after taking the medicines. The course should be completed. If you take antibiotics when not needed or in wrong dose, it may a drug less effective when you might need it in the future. Also, antibiotics taken unnecessarily may kill the bacterial in the body. Antibiotics, however, are not effective against cold and flu as they are caused by viruses. We have learned, right, how the cold and flu are infected. They infected us by the viruses. We called it as a viral infection. Next is vaccine. See, why are the children's and infants given vaccination? I told you, when a small baby is born, he is given us injection, right, for the lifetime, so that the immunity of the body remains. When a disease carrying microbes enter our body, the body produces antibodies to fight the invader. So when injection is given, obviously the microorganism they dies or stops growing, right? So the body produces what? Antibodies. The body also remains how to fight the microbe if it enters again. So if dead or weakened microbes are introduced in a healthy body fights and kills them by producing suitable antibodies. The antibodies remains in the body and we are protected from the disease causing microbes. This is how a vaccine works. Several diseases including cholera, tuberculosis, smallpox, hepatitis can be prevented by the vaccination. So Edward Jenner, we learned two persons. First was Louis Pasteur for fermentation in the year 1857. The second is 1929 Alexander Fleming. He also learned about the penicillin. He taught us about the penicillin, how it is useful for the antibiotics. And the third one is Edward Jenner. He was a person who have introduced vaccine for smallpox in the year 1798. Children, why here a question is given that why are the infants given vaccination? Just because when a baby or a small children are small, right, they have small immunity or little immunity power, and what else? On giving polio is also given, right? Every month or after 2 or 3 months, polio is given many of the students or children, Even medicines are given in many of the schools, government schools, to the children. Why? To increase the immunity and the body can fight against this kind of microbes. In your childhood, you must have been given the injection to protect yourself against several diseases. Can you prepare a list of these diseases? You may take help from your parents. See, nowadays when a children is going 1 to 5 years till 11 years, everyone is getting vaccination, right? 1 year, 2 months, 3 months, 5 months, 6 months, each and every children, they get vaccination. Why? So that they can fight against the diseases which may happen in the future. It is essential to protect all the children against these diseases. Necessary vaccines might have seen the advertisement on TV, newspaper regarding the protection against polio under Pulse Polio program. Remember, in Amitabh Bachchan comes for the advertisement, polio pilao, tika lagao. Why does it says that? Because polio is vaccine I'm talking about. Polio vaccine is very necessary for the small children, because a person becomes crippled. Crippled means he or she is not able to stand properly if a person suffer from polio, right? And also, on giving polio vaccination to a child, a body is prepared chemically and the virus of the polio becomes inactive. If polio injection is given, or polio drops, we can say, so body can fight against it. A worldwide campaign against smallpox has finally led to its eradication from most part of the world. These days, vaccines are made on a large scale from microorganisms to protect human and other animals from several diseases. So we are all clear about the vaccination, how the microorganisms are used in the commercial purposes, how they are useful in the bakery, right? How they are useful for fermentation in the medical purposes, how they are friendly to us, is it? Now in next part we will be discussing about the increasing soil fertility. Okay, thank you.